This is Simmply Lovaii, and you're listening to the expert with a heart.
Powered by Timber Media.
Like, we were not dating for so long, but we were very good friends. And I think just before a year or so, when we got married, we were like in actual like a relationship. Sometimes I really feel bad for that, because even just I'm sitting there, he'll know what are you thinking. So it's like we've become more like twins. So I can't do much.
We've been married more than like 26 years now, but we know each other for 35 plus.
Yeah, so it's been like all our lives we are together. So you know too much about each other, so I don't like it.
I work for a supply chain software company. I'm a business consultant based out of UK. I work for a Canadian company, but I take care of clients in Europe.
I'm a housewife and I enjoy my life. That's it.
They are very, very sweet people, very interesting, and they are my clients who have followed everything to the T. And whenever we do reviews, if there are any numbers going up and down, it will be Aparna, not possible. Rajeev does everything to the T. So it'll be very nice and interesting to know more about them.
It was an interesting encounter. It was, as I said, long back. I think I had come back from US. I was always into investing, especially shares, and even when I was in college, I had invested in the share market, and somehow I had that like. But until then, I thought, I know some of these things, and finance was my thing. But then I thought, I need to invest money I had, and I randomly picked up a number. I think I saw a HDFC mutual fund or something like that. And there was a person who said, okay, I'll come and meet you in Divashree in the evening. And that's happened to be Lovaii, and that's how I met. It was a very chance encounter with Lovaii, but then we started conversing that, okay, are you just want to put a money into a fund, or let's do like take a bigger picture out of it? And that conversation turned into much bigger, and here we are. So as they say, rest is history. So yeah.
I think initially when he came back and told me that he's gonna get an advisor and everything, we had a conversation about like how much like we have to pay on like annually and everything. And but then we thought it's like better to go with them so that we don't have to worry about anything like what we are doing, where to go and everything. So that's how it started.
I mean, if I look back, I didn't know where we would end up, but it was more like a like today, right? Like it's kind of an experiment, right? Like, okay, let's try this and what happens. But then I realized that okay, there's more to it than just putting money in a mutual fund.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I was never into all these numbers and all these like money thing. So he was always the one who does it. So even today I don't know much about what he does and everything. But the only thing I know is that we are in like good hands, and we are like with good advisors and everything. And that's it. I mean, he's always been the financial like person in the family, so that I'll have the peace of mind that I know that he's doing the right thing and everything.
Yeah, one interesting thing is that we both realized when we initially talked with each other, so we are going to do this and that, we realized that we wanted to save before spending, right? And only then we had that conversation, both of us realized that, both of us want this. I mean, there were a lot of we'll always have disagreements and differences, but on this one, we both were clear that, okay, let's take a portion of the money into savings and then spend, and not just because we have something and just spend it away. And that's what at least I
Yeah.
remember when we had the initial conversation.
And it's not changed today also. It's still the same.
That's true. Yeah.
I think with them, initially it was only Rajeev coming on to meetings, and Rajeev would be very quiet. And then I was like, okay, where is Aparna? And my first meeting with Aparna was on the way to UK on the flight, and that's where we started chatting. And over there, I told Aparna, no, all the review meetings we are having, you have to be there. So I think my first question to Rajeev started being, why is Aparna not there? And then after that, he made sure Aparna was there because he didn't want to answer that question. So in having Aparna during the meetings helps because we go a little slower, we go a little deeper. And then I tell Aparna that it's okay, we can have a joint call together which is shorter, but I can have a separate call with you which is longer to take you through any questions you may have. She's not taken that yet, but I still have it on offer. So I think the green flag for me is when both the couples are open and they are sharing everything with each other. It is generally what I've seen, one of the spouse will be busy taking care of the family and taking care of all the chores that's required, and the other will be a little more financial savvy, but just being involved matters. So that's the green flag. The red flag is when things come to me that I want to do this, but let's not put it out there in the open. There is no openness. That is a red flag, and how to manage that becomes difficult for me as an advisor as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think not immediately after moving, but after a certain period of time, I think I realized that there are legal implications, and then kind of you had to now make a choice about whether you invest locally where you are versus you send money back to India and then invest here, right? So figuring out so all the admin stuff was not straightforward. That's when it became even more apparent, and then I think I had a conversation with Lovaii and said, like, look, I mean, kind of now it's not only just we were always talking about investment. Now with this, there comes an additional complexity, and then as part of the natural progression, and they were also looking at other, it's not just me, then other clients were also kind of in a similar situation. And then we had I remember we had a long conversation with Lovaii about how we can help and work towards the cross-border aspect of the financial planning. It definitely helped to understand various aspects of where to go and invest, right? That was the key, and it was just not multiplying, dollar is this or pound is this, and then just invest and send the money back. I think one of the challenge I had was the realization that initially we used to file taxes in UK, for example, and in India separately, and then I thought it's all done. But only later I kind of realized that the global taxation is very different to just being compliant with individual jurisdictions, and then we had to almost go back, like you remember, it was 4 years, and we had to go 4 years backwards and say that okay, we kind of didn't do this, and then we had to do it. So this is one thing I can think of.
As advisors, planners, we tend to have deeper conversations. So even when we simply say that retirement, okay, I need this much amount for retirement, okay, which country? And should be UK. And then it becomes, okay, what if, you're unwell? Then, something physically happens and you need support. Oh, then I may want to move to India. Okay, but then what if your daughter is in UK? oh, then I'll have to want to come to UK. So will it be 6 months India, 6 months UK? Yeah, most probably, looks like. So what if the daughter is in Australia? I have not thought of that. So that's where, working with plans helps. We also do transitions work, right? So we go deeper in making them realize certain things they would have not thought of and let the answers come from them. So initially, where everything was to be in UK suddenly changes, and now a global portfolio needs to be created. With Rajeev and Aparna, already their portfolio has India, INR, has Canada because Canadian company, and again has UK itself because their living expenses is there. So when we do a cross-border plan, we make sure that the goals which are cross-border is also getting covered, and therefore the investments have to be that dynamic. I can't have currency in any one country and have them stuck that if they are moving, they can't take it out. So these exploratory conversations help actually go channelize what needs to be done and what's best for them.
For me, mainly is staying close to the family here, but the healthcare and the lifestyle, what I really want to enjoy. So those are the things which I really look to, like to get some advice or to invest in something for the retirement. So my thing is just healthcare, family, and that's it.
It was long back. I mean, but it came out of one of those sessions.
I think we were given a questionnaire to answer what are our interest or what we are looking to. Then there was a line where Sakshi's wedding, your daughter's wedding. I'm like, oh my god, we haven't thought about it.
How old was Sakshi then when you were looking at it?
I think she was 17 or something. Yeah,
even younger.
I don't
remember. I don't know. It's a while back.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So it's very important for you to share what you wish to have, because if you don't share what you wish to have, we can't do much. Then we just go very brick wise. But if you share what you want, we also become fluid, and we share options where you can actually try and invest, you can try and plan. And like I said, since in their case there are almost 3 countries involved, we've also made portfolios where it's easy to be able to move. So if you come and tell me no, it is India and only India, then we will take it very differently. But if you need a fluid way of working around the construct, everything changes. And mind you, this is right now in the pre-retirement phase. Once they are retired and say they are in their 70s and 80s, even the plan of 6 months here, 6 months there is going to change. So the planning keeps changing. And as we work together, we also evolve. Today, they might be saying, yeah, I'm okay to 6 months here, 6 months there. But tomorrow, say, Sakshi is happier to be in India. They may just want to be in India then because, family is here. Like she said, healthcare is there. Everybody is available right here. So just being able to have that option to change as you grow and as circumstances changes helps in a big way. So what we also do is spend time on the emotional side, why is it important for you? And then we go ahead and look at technically how we can help and add those pieces in the actions for their plan.
I wanted to buy a property for my mother here. I mean, it started as we wanted to make her comfortable and put her in a rented place. I think one day she said, oh, why don't you buy a house and so that when we come here we'll have a place to stay in Bangalore. But then it meant that we had to then, it was not in a long-term plan, but there were other plans. But then I had to work with the financial advisor at that point in time to figure out whether do I kind of take a mortgage here or fund it out of my savings, right? So I think there it really helped, and we had a long conversation with the planner, and then we went back to the plan and we said, like, we rejigged the whole thing and then said it makes sense to fund it out of the savings. So it really helped there, because I would have made it slightly different decision, but then when we looked at the numbers and when we compared everything, it made sense. That's kind of one thing which comes to my mind. I mean, a part of the emotion was also taken out. I was like, should I touch my savings? Why not? I kind of pay the mortgage. But then when we looked at the numbers, it came out that no, it's kind of the right decision. Yeah, it's all because of the financial plan we have. We know what's in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years.
So while they are being very humble and sweet, I think a lot of credit goes to them, because making a plan is easy. Actioning is where they come in, right? Where they have to actually make sure that savings is coming, actually make sure that yes, the SIPs are in line, SIPs are going, and so on. I think they have stuck to the plan, they have stuck to everything we've asked them to do, and sometimes gone beyond as well. So if they had to save 100, they've gone and saved 105, and I'm like, where did this 5 come from? And then they're like, no, this, that, and so I think a lot of credit goes to them. It's not just the plan is just in papers, and you can make it, I can make it, everybody can make it. It's following it and having the discipline to go back and stick, and that I think is credible here.
To be honest, I don't get the numbers, actually, when they're talking about this 5% here, 10% there. I really don't get the numbers, but still I know that we are in a good position to handle the eventualities we may have to face. Yeah, that's all I know, that they are doing a good job. Sorry. Yeah, that's all I can say. Yeah, slowly I'm getting there.
Yeah, I mean, not keen. I mean, plan was probably not in my mind. I mean, it was just more like investing, just. But now I know that every investment is tied to a goal, right? Like, so it's just not randomly I just put money somewhere. That's what I used to do beforehand, before the plan was not there. And then also it was very emotional investment, I would say. I mean, that's one thing I have kind of realized and learned through all this process. Thanks to Sneha and other advisors, it's like I don't think about like investing emotionally anymore, right? I mean, initially I used to do, it's like this period, okay, I'll have to buy a share, or I have to sell, I don't want to sell this, and things like that. Now it's kind of, that's taken away. It's based on the objectivity of like what the performance of that is. That's really has come because probably if I was doing it I wouldn't have done it that way, right? So definitely.
Yeah, so I would say first define what your goals are. It could be short term, mid term, long term. Make sure your investments are aligned to those goals. If your goals are short term, your investments should be aligning to short term investments. It cannot be long term, and then if you lose money, you think the market or the investment itself is wrong. No, the way you are investing is wrong. So make sure you have your short term, mid term, long term goal defined, and use products for these goals which are aligning to that time frame, short, mid and long. Know your risk profile. If you're not a risk taker, please don't follow your neighbors or your friends' suggestions. Know your risk profile and invest accordingly.
I would say even if you're a risk taker, don't listen to your neighbors and friends. Yeah.
I think one thing I can say that Aparna's holidays have increased, and I'm finding it difficult to get them together then. But yeah, I'm happy to see them enjoying, not just spending, not just saving and putting things aside. It's not that you don't do anything that you want to do, everything is going into savings. No, it's not that. It's very well laid out that this much goes aside and this is available for me to enjoy today, and they completely enjoy their life out of that what is planned. It's just that they'll not go beyond that and go on the saving side and pull it. Very, very rarely, but that's the discipline that I see in them.
for me, nothing has changed a lot, even if like we were planning or not planning. I think we have lived the same lifestyle what we had even before we started this. So that's what probably had made us to like have the discipline or whatever she said. So that's what I feel. Nothing has changed much according to our financial situation. So I feel that's all. Yeah. I don't know about.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, I mean, it really helps, as I said, not being one thing. I think I spoke already about being emotional about all these things, right? Financial plan helps, and you can always figure out like what are our goals and then how to tie the investment. I think the main thing is the alignment, your lifestyle, your financial investments, and what's the kind of the market conditions and your goal. So it's kind of all aligns. That's what kind of to me has changed after having the plan. And before the plan, as I said, it was just random picking a share or a mutual fund or this, and then just put the money and just keep watching like what happens. And after the financial plan, I think I've become more calmer. I don't. It's like you don't open the window every day and look at what's the price for your property or the site. Like it's more like that. We have become more like a. I truly believe in SIPs now. I don't look for any peaks or bottoms or any of those things. It's just have that discipline and just invest for the mid to long term. So that's been a big change before what I used to do to what I do now. So
let's ask Aparna if she believes in the calm bit too.
He's the calmest. I would like to add one thing, because since you said like what the difference, maybe the amount we spend has maybe a little bit increased over the years, but nothing has changed, because we don't we both are very like as you said, we are calm when we are even doing shopping or doing something. We are not so impulsive to go and spend money or anything. Probably before we might have asked like probably like a very low amount, how much I can spend when I'm in India. Maybe that has increased a bit. But before even we come here, we might have a plan like how much or what we are doing. So that might have like, even according to the plan, we just do that. So that's why it has been so smooth.
But that's okay. You know, that's the thing is, I think the extra holiday is the more spent, like the spending.
Yeah.
That's literally the reward of a good financial plan, right?
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
So
Yeah, because we exactly know what we can spend, and that really helps.
Yeah, it's always planned, not like impulsively.
Yeah.
We just do something when we are here.
Listening to them, I'm thinking next time in the plan review, we will add one impulsive spending budget. So you're allowed to be impulsive, but this is your budget for that.
good students.
That was an episode of the Simmply Lovaii podcast series, Expert with a Heart.
Powered by Timber Media.